Subpart M, detailed requirements of the radioactive materials. 176 700 general stores the requirement of the reserve of the package radioactive material which is filled with the surface of the temperature more than 9 degrees Fahrenheit above the ambient air not over the overshow of the of the cargo. If the package is still with the owner's deck, the whole of the compartment in which the stove must be ventilated. The shipment of the radioactive material requiring supplement of the operational procedure. The shipment must be furnished to the master person of the chart of the vessel with a copy of the necessary operational instruction. The person may not remain unnecessary in hold of the compartment in immediate vicinity of any of the packaging on the deck containing radioactive materials. Okay. 176.704 requirements relating to the transport index of the critical safety index. The sum of the transport index of the whole package of the class 7 of the radioactive materials on board vessel may not be exceeded with limitations specified in Table 3 with the A section. For a container containing the package of the overpack with the class 7 of the material with the radiation level of 2 MSV per unit, 200 MREM power, and any point the outside surface of the 10 of the MSV per unit, 10 MREM power. 2M 6.6 feet with the outside surface of the weight container. The limitations specified on the table 3A with this section does not apply with the consignment of the LCA-1 material. The sum of critical safety is induced that all the package of the overpack with the physical with the class 7 radioactive materials on board a vessel may not exceed the limits specified on table 3 of the section. Each group physical class 7 the radioactive material package with the overpack with the gain of some of the CSI greater than 50 or non-exclusive use of the shipment greater than 100. Exclusive use of shipment must be separated from all the groups containing the physical material of the package with the overpack for the distance less than 20 feet at all times. Limitation paragraph A through C. This section does not apply with the entire vessel as reserved in charge with a single offer under the exclusive condition of the number of the package of physical class 7 radioactive materials and satisfy the individual CSI limits for the 173-457 subchapter except that. Total 7 CSI. Last column, table 3 with B with the section including the table note D to apply. Radiation protection program shipment that has been established approved with the competent authority of the like state vessel when requested the competent authority of each of the port of the call. Storage requirements arrangements have been permitted predetermined in voltage voyage, including consignment to load and portable call. Load in transport, unloading of the supervised personnel qualified transport radioactive material. Entire shipment operation approved with the associated administrative advance. Table 3A follows. Table 3AB as follows. Table 176-1708, segregation distance. Table 4 with the list of the minimum separation distance between the radioactive materials and space regularly occupied by the crew member of the passenger between radioactive materials undeveloped and photographic film with the separation distance function. Some of the TI, all packages single with consignment of the K for the 0 to 3 feet with the intervening the cargo unit of the density of the cargo 036 feet. Intervening cargo unit's density of the developed and cargo unit density and so the cargo the density of the 1 long ton 22,400 per 3 to 6 cubic feet and the separated distance may be interpoled with the table the way appropriate. Table 4 is determining the separation distance undeveloped film. Category yellow 2, yellow 3 packages over packages may not be transported in space for the passenger except for those exclusively reserved to carriers specifically authorized to accompany such a package over tax. Separation distance with the crew member of the passenger that may determine that one of the two methods by using the table of 4 determine the minimum distance between the radioactive material packages the regulation occupied by the living quarters. For more than one consignment of class 7 the radioactive material is loaded with the board vessels under the exclusive they use the conditions described. 176.704 to demonstrate that through the direct measurement made documents are suitable to the qualified person with the indicating exposure time, the dose rates, and the regular occupied space living quarters less than. For the crew, 0.7.0 USHVS, 0.7 hour EMM, up to 700 hours in years, and 700 hours in a year. And it was 0.18 MREM up to 2,500 hours in the year. For passenger, 1.807 HF MRE up to 550 hours in a year, taking account with the relocation of the cargo during the voyage. And departure from the segregation provision should be approved with the component authority of the flag state with the ship of the craft of the component authority of the doing each part of the call. Table 4 is follows. Yeah. 176.710 carrier foul on leakage shifting of the radioactive materials and cave the fire collision breakage involved in the shipment of the radioactive material that other than material with low specific gravity activity radioactive materials must be segregated in necessary contact with the person within cave of the obvious leak for the inside of the container applied. Periods of damage and storage area for the whole of the compartment and deck area of the containing the cargo must be isolated as much as possible to prevent radioactive material with the any person body with the contact with the inhalation ingestion. No person may handle the material remaining in the scene unless the supervised and qualified person. Anyways, Hold the compartment with the leak of the radioactive material for the curve, but there may not be the other cargo within until the decontamination according to the requirements of 176.7.15, the reporting requirements of the 171.15 subchapter. Contamination 171.6.7.15 contamination with the control requirement of the deck for the air with the transportation level, specifically actively the contamination obtained with the class of the radioactive materials with exclusively with the condition according to 173.4 starting 7B4, 173.4.27C must be served an appropriate radiation detection instrument after each VU threshold of the compartment deck air would not be used against class 7 radioactive materials excessive. So with the transport service only with the subsequent with the shipment utilized within provisions 173.4.27B4, 173.4.27C until the radiation dose rates as excessive of the surface delay with a 5,000 and not fixed for the contamination not greater than the limits prescribed in 173.4.43A of the chapter. Alright. 176.720 requirement the carriage of the INF cargo in international transportation. Additional other applicable requirements subpart vessel INF cargo. 176.2 under INF cargo definition international transportation meet the requirements of the INF code contained within the International Maritime Dangerous Code. Dangerous Code. Subpart N detailed requirements of Class 8 corrosive materials.